right, people. What up? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. Like it's still poor. I will fix that before the stream. Um, so obviously you guys know that I'm going to go on a stream on Lee's channel very shortly, where we'll be obviously doing the watch along. Where we'll be watching the game, reacting for you guys, and obviously that will go live within the next hour. I decided to do something a little bit different. I thought, fuck it, let's do a reaction to the starting 11. And I wanted to gauge what you guys thought of the starting 11 as well. So for anyone that doesn't know, our starting 11 is Leno in goal, as I thought. Maitland, Niles, Chambers, Socrates, Monreal is our back four. Funny enough, is the back four that I actually picked. Thank you, VP. I see your donation. Thank you, brother. Our midfield is Xhaka, Guendouzi, and I'm guessing Willock. I think that looks like our midfield three. Which, see, I like Guendouzi and I like Xhaka, but sorry, I don't like Xhaka, but I like Guendouzi, but they're both prone to giving their balls away, so that's a little bit of a worry. But he's clearly gone too defensive. People, thank you for the watch along and run fun, brother. Thank you. Yeah, so it's a bit awry. It does take. Ooh, I look at that and I think, oh, I don't know. Little surprise, Ceballos ain't in there, given the fact that he had quite a preseason himself. I know that he also did come back to preseason late because he was very recently part of the Spain's under-21 championship that they won. So that may be the reason he's not started. From the looks of the team, he's basically involved everyone that's had a full preseason, that hasn't been playing in other tournaments, because Torreira is on the bench, Ceballos is on the bench. Pepe's on the bench. He was obviously playing in the AFCON. Lacazette, we know, has an injury, and obviously Martinelli. Little surprise Martinelli isn't featured. And to be fair, I'm gonna lie to you guys, I completely forgot about him. When I was doing my preview, I swear to God, I stopped it, and it was only this morning. I was like, what about Martinelli? Like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot we had him. So yeah, because I'm really looking forward to this kid. I think he could be our secret weapon in a lot of games. So, yeah, I'm glad to at least see he's on the bench. David Luiz, our new signing, is on the bench as well. And obviously Martinez, who's beginning his run as the number 2 goalkeeper, is on the bench. How do I feel about this team? I think it has its obvious flaws. It seems like it does have its obvious flaws. Hold on 1 second. Two secs. Someone wants my attention. I'll tell you what, Dark Gamer. I'm going to get off the sofa to come and see your mum. That's when I'll get off the sofa. In the meantime, though, I've got a reserved place in my VIP section for you. Hold on 1 second. There you go. Enjoy that place. Fucking prick. Absolute dickhead. I didn't even realize he was spamming. Where's all my mods? They should have been on that. What an absolute dickhead. You mods, you should have been on that. And I know there's at least 2 of you in here, so you should have been on that one. Anyway, sorry. Okay, now, what a prick. I didn't even see it. I just saw someone just constantly sending messages. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So yeah, I obviously hate the fact that Mkhitaryan is on is in the team. I'm not a fan of his. I like the fact that Nelson's playing, presumably playing on the left-hand side. Aubameyang is in good form. He's had a really good preseason. And yeah, it looks like at least I think our 2 of the front 3 will be pretty good. Mkhitaryan, who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? It depends what day he's feeling. Clearly, Emre seems to like Mkhitaryan for whatever reason. If I'm Henrik Mkhitaryan, I'm thinking to myself, all right, if I want to stay at this club, I need to play like I want to stay. They've already told Mustafi that he wants to leave. Clearly, they're shielding Mustafi out because my man ain't even made the bench. So that in itself is pretty telling. Um, I hope my man steps up, but we'll see what happens. In terms of the Newcastle team and looking at the other person's threats, because whenever someone does these starting 11 videos, I don't think enough is placed on. Do you know what I'm also going to do? Let me just check something. You know what, Rich? I think you'd be a good mod. So I made you a moderator. Yeah, so Newcastle United. Let's talk about their team. So obviously they've got, I'm not even going to try and pronounce my man as a goalkeeper, but his first name is Martin. They've got Javier Maniquello, Fabian Shaw, obviously Jamal Lascelles, Paul Dummett, Matt Ritchie. Matt Ritchie loves playing against Arsenal, yo. Loves it. Can whip in a nice cross. I think he actually scored last year. Obviously, our former player, Isaac Hayden. We've got Sean Longstaff, who Newcastle fans seem to rate a lot, Longstaff. John Joe Shelby. I've never rated John Joe Shelby. And I suppose this is where their two main threats are going to be. Almiron, who I actually thought had a pretty good cameo season, considering that he came in halfway through. Sorry, I've just seen Kleos. Yes, I know. I need a lighting. I know this already, guys. I know this already. I need lighting. This is the second part, but at least you said it in a nice way. So yes, yes, Kleos. You could always donate and super chat out open. Cloys, sorry, need my glasses. Cloys. Got you, Cloys. So yeah, Almiron and Jolinton, I think, will be their main threats. Jolinton is a big physical guy, not really a goal scorer, but he's clearly got in the team for being a target man. He's obviously their new signing. Came from the Bundesliga, I believe. Scored about 13, I want to say 13 goals last season. So he'll be a handful. I think someone like Socrates will be up for the challenge of that. Almiron is the person I'm more worried about because he's a good player. Arsenal were linked with him for some time before he went to Newcastle. So I think those will be their main threats, along with Ritchie, I think. I still expect us to beat these guys, though. I honestly do. Even with the problems that we have, I expect them to beat them. And no, Tom Lee, believe it or not, I still have some non-mods. But I must admit, I'm going to chill with the mods because I have too many. So, but it's just that Rich Franklin has been with me from day dot. And yeah, so I had to make him a mod. Yeah, so what do I expect for this? Just to reiterate my prediction, especially seeing this lineup. I don't get it twisted. I don't think our lineup is great, but I think it's good enough to beat Newcastle. I fully expect Newcastle to be a relegation threatened team. And quite honestly, I'm expecting big things from us. We need to stop struggling with teams like this. I don't care if it's away from home or at home, we should be beating Newcastle United. So for that reason, I'm going to confidently say 2-1. I'm only going to say 2-1 only because we're not tremendously quick starters when it comes to the start of the season, but I still think we have more than enough to deal with this threat. You guys let me know what you think. Please leave it in the comments below if you're watching this in the playback. I'm going to quickly stay with you guys for 5 more minutes before I start to get ready for the watch along on Lee Gunner's channel. So make sure you don't miss that. It'll be our first one. I've even got a couple of beers. I'm not a beer guy, and even I've got a couple of beers ready, waiting for this one. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. Couple of bugs in the fridge right now. Let me just quickly check what you guys are saying in the chat room. Jolinton is Brazilian, but I'm sure he'll give us a problem, big and strong. Yeah. He came from the Bundesliga, am I right, Rich? I don't know, I can't remember. 5 minutes OT, legend VP. Thank you, brother. Jim Jones, no Lacquer, mate. Yeah, no, Lacquer's. There were rumors that Lacquer didn't actually make the trip. He's made the trip, he's just on the bench. Beer Farm, thank you, VP. Thank you, my guy. Defense and midfield is so dead. It's not really inspiring, is it, Praveen? It's not really inspiring. Worried by Lacazette's injury. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. On the plus side, it allows us to be a little bit more balanced. Because listen, I love Lacazette, I love Aubameyang, and the prospect of those two with Pepe is, quite honestly, if that doesn't give you a stiffy, you're not an Arsenal fan. Having said that, from a balanced perspective, we really should have one up top. And having Aubameyang, who I must admit, I really liked his preseason. I think he looks good, he looks sharp, he looks ready, he looks hungry. And he did say that he's determined to better his efforts from last season, which from a goal perspective is exciting. But what I was really encouraged by was actually his performances. I think he was a little bit disappointed in his own performances, I suppose, particularly in big games. So I like that from him. At least he looks focused. So I'm definitely encouraged to see more of that from him. Rich is confirming he did come from the Bundesliga. See, I know a couple of things every now and again. There's some football knowledge that goes in there. I will sort this lighting out ahead of the stream, I do promise, because if you guys are ridiculing me, fucking hell. The people who watch Lee's stream are definitely going to ridicule me. Thank you, VP, for the good luck donation. Yeah, I'm going to need it. Bench looks strong, though. And I was going to say that myself, Hyper. Bench looks hella fire. I'm not going to lie. That bench looks... Newcastle are going to be sweating from that bench. Let's put it that way. Who's better, Chambers or Mustafi? What are your thoughts, pal? Simon, 100% Chambers. 100% Chambers. Chambers is slightly younger. It's worth saying slightly because Mustafi is still young. He's 27 now. Chambers is 24. Well, I think Chambers is more composed, more calm. He does get caught out of position every now and again, just like any other player. But I do think Chambers, it does happen a little bit more often than you would like it to happen. But I think there's a lot more composure in Chambers. Whereas with Mustafi, it feels like everything's a panic. And that doesn't reassure me as a fan when I watch him. So yeah, Chambers without a doubt. I know a lot of people rate Chambers because I don't think he's necessarily. It's hard to work out exactly what his main attribute is. Whereas with Holding, you can see he's a good ball playing defender. Another one with a lot of composure as well. Whereas with Chambers, it's hard to really figure out what his main strength is. Yeah, I would say Chambers. Sorry, that was a really comprehensive answer. I'm about to go right over time. Smash the likes, people. Thank you. Appreciate that. Rabadan, good luck today. Keep United out of the Champions League. Amen to that, Rabadan. Amen to that. There's one thing Arsenal and Liverpool fans can agree on. I feel sorry for Niles right back after right back. And that's the thing, Rich. He doesn't do well in a 4. If Maitland-Niles does well on that right-hand side, it tends to be as part of a back 5. So you're right. I do feel sorry for him. I think he's more likely going to be sold. If it ain't the end of the window or in January, it'll be next year. And that's a shame for him because the man is playing out of position. But I just think Emre, for whatever reason, doesn't rate him as a midfielder. So, and that's 2 managers that also don't rate him as a midfielder. So maybe they've seen something that we're not privy to in training. All right. I said I'll keep this short, and I'm running right over time. Can we get upper in January? Probably not. I can't see us spending that sort of money in January, to be honest, man of iron. Not gonna lie, not feeling this lineup. And Max saying what I think a lot of you guys are thinking. Mate, Rab a mod. Yeah, he's next on my list. Rab, you're probably gonna be a mod at some point because I've got an eye on someone I'm gonna take off the mod duties from, and I'll give it to you. At the moment, we've got more mods than actual people, though, so let me be easy. I'm concerned, I'm a concerned, mate, very concerned. From David Keith. I think this team's good enough to beat Newcastle. You know, maybe it's a misplaced confidence thing, but I'd be shocked if we didn't win. I really would. Legitimately would. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate it. Should we all sell Ozil this window? All right. I wouldn't mind letting go on Ozil, Thomas. I must admit, but I've wanted him to go for a couple of years now, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But I still wouldn't mind. I think we've got enough creativity that we could have let Ozil go. Why is everyone hard on this lineup? I think it's decent. Me too, Tom. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get the trepidation. To be fair to these guys, but I think it's good enough to beat Newcastle. So, all right, I'm out of here, people, because I'm running right over time. But please do continue to hit the like button. I'm glad you guys seem to like this starting 11 thing. It may not be a thing I do every single game. It depends how you guys respond to this. But the best way to respond to it is drive up those likes. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. You're next going to see me on Lee's channel, and then I'll come back to this to do a review and then match ratings a little later this evening. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Take care. Deuces.